Your thoughts on what we're witnessing right now?
This is pretty crazy. Yeah, I mean, it's again these buildings. You know, these are historic buildings, and I'm sure these people have never seen anything like this.
I've never seen it.
I mean, I've seen flooding in Texas, but yeah, this is a whole nother level.
Welcome to Newport, Tennessee. This was somebody's house. Gone. You know, you don't really understand the power of water till you get down to an area like this and just see the devastation. Trees are like toothpicks. This bridge has been definitely devastated. So major repairs to these train tracks up here. Unbelievable. Enrique.
Yes.
What do you think?
You know, a lot of people nowadays, they don't think that something like this could go through their town. And I'm pretty sure people of Newport thought the same thing. This could happen anywhere in the world. It could happen in California. It could happen in Oregon. This could happen in Washington. Different natural disasters could hit. You know, you got the Bay Area, could get hit by a real large earthquake. Southern California, even in Mexico, everywhere you're susceptible to having natural disasters hit, you've got to be prepared.
Wow.
When that water back that moved it.
Yeah.
Water goes.
Yeah, you can actually see where the water pushed the bridge over, buckled the tracks. Water went 10 feet above this, and it just started above this sign right here and just started buckling the entire bridge. Massive damage. So this goes all the way back. Another side of the warehouse over there goes all the way back here. 45,000 square feet, generators, food, water, all kind of supplies. Patera, what's happening?
Hey, well, they happen to be open today. They're getting some deliveries of generators, so they opened it up for a few
where
minutes.
are we right now? What is this?
You are in Newport, and this is the Crossroads Community Distribution or Flood Relief Warehouse. So we filmed it several times. This started after the flood out of some volunteers. They started just collecting things, distributing it to people, and it kept growing through that church establishment. So about 10 days ago or so, they were able to secure this warehouse. It's 45,000 square feet. This is where items are brought.
So this is donations. This is not
all donation.
Government sending food.
No.
This is donations from the private citizen. Yeah. Okay.
All private. So
okay.
This is church. This is the people. And you can see, I mean, it goes all the way back, and then you have another entire side.
Right, we'll walk
diapers,
over there.
Water, whatever you can imagine.
Okay.
This is the main drop-off. So you can see right here, they open the doors because they just got a shipment of generators from Sevierville. All this is all donated.
Okay.
I mean, it's unbelievable what the
people are doing.
Have done.
Thank God for good people.
Absolutely, 100%.
So yeah, obviously we're here at the warehouse that we found near Newport, and it's amazing how many people have been able to give out some items here. And just as you can see, you'll see in this video that any little bit helps, and everybody coming in as a community can definitely make this thing go massive. So the more awareness there is out there for people to be able to give out their resources, whatever they have available, to be able to help out communities like this. And obviously, as you can see, that everything has grown, and that's going to be good for the general public here.
Right. All right. So go through here. 45,000 square feet. Thank God for good people, good Americans.
It's like
15, 20 feet in the air.
This is all diapers, all the way. Yeah.
Just the little things that people take for granted. This is so important. This is helping a lot of people.
Look at all this canned food.
A lot of all raviolis here. It's unbelievable.
Fans.
I mean, the things that we take for granted.
What is it? Charcoal? Yeah, charcoal.
The things that we take for granted every day, people need right now. Thank God that they're getting it, that the donations are coming in.
So
We're going to continue this video, but Aaron, go ahead.
So, but how is this stuff? Did she tell you how all this stuff's getting?
People are donating it.
No. I get that, but
yeah.
how is it getting out to the people? That
Nonprofit charities, churches. All right, so we're all going to take off here. Patera's going to give everybody a link. You can go to her channel. Go ahead.
Appalachia's Homestead with Patera, yes.
Or you can go to my description box down below. She's going to send it to me. It'll be down there. So if you want to donate some supplies, they're looking for building material. I guess whatever you want to give, they're still taking it. So all they have to do is just go to the link.
Yes, if you can go to the link, which I'll provide for you. Yep. This is going to be for the Crossroads community. I call it the warehouse. It's the relief center. This is the big enchilada right here. It supplies items here in Cott County, all of the affected counties in East Tennessee, and then they hop over into North Carolina to take goods. This is all donation. This is private. This is not government. So it's protected here. It's safe. So that's this one. And then, of course, there's the Empower, and then we've got one more here as well.
So honestly, before you give your money to some corrupt church, give a real tithe to a place like this, because your money, the things you donate, is going to go to use. It's going to help people immediately. I'm not saying all churches are bad, but we know most of them are 501c3. They're about the money. This place is about helping people. I promise you, your money, your donations, whatever you give is going to go to the right people, and it's going to go to them right now. It's not going to line somebody's pocket. It's going to help people that are in dire straits right now, who have lost everything. They've lost their houses, their vehicles, family members. They are in need right now. The sun might be out right now. It looks beautiful, but people have lost it all. There are still people we're going to see up here living in tents right now, have lost everything. They need help. They don't have power. They're not going to have power for months. So we need to remember these people. We need to remember these Americans, because the system has forgotten them. Most of the churches are not doing a damn thing. So stop giving your money to them. Hand it to a place like this that is going to use it to help fellow Americans.
Yeah, I mean, you summed it up right there.
Okay.
That's what everybody's looking for, is a spot. We have found they want to know where they want to help, they want to send, they just want to be able to trust it.
You know, as we're driving through the hills here, Patera pointed out that a lot of homes, when I was just filming along the river there were a lot of homes there. There's nothing there. It is just flat, like beach. They're gone. And we just pulled up to this house right here, and I'll show it to you. And I'll walk up there in a second. But this house actually got pushed back off the foundation.
Yeah, it's off of its foundation.
It's
actually
literally cracked in half.
Well, and what you would see in a lot of different footage is you would have houses that would be taken off of their foundations. Like the water would be up to the very pitch of the roof. That's obviously been documented. And it would sometimes it would bump into the next house, which would bump it off the foundation. The fact that it's still somewhat on a foundation is kind of miraculous, because like I said, if they got pushed off or bumped up, they would just go off of the foundations, which is some of the things as we were coming up here, you would see foundation. But there's nothing on it anymore. And
what a beautiful home!
Could still be. I mean, this is picturesque. This is the French Broad right here.
I'm gonna just walk down here a little bit.
Sure.
And
what saved you? I think
you can see where these blocks are. That's where the foundation was. This house got pushed all the way back. So you got the river right behind the house, gone. This house literally cracked in half. Just got picked up by the water and dragged right off the foundation. And this is everywhere. And many of the houses are just gone. You just don't realize the devastation till you get here and see with your own two eyes the devastation that has taken place. It is absolutely unbelievable, the power of water and how quickly it just literally washed towns away and devastated so many people.
High winds, flooding, et cetera, et cetera. There's no way anybody in East Tennessee or Western North Carolina had any idea that it was going to get like this. I mean,
this is pure out catastrophic. I mean, this is
1,000-year flood.
Yeah.
This is that bad.
So what Patera was just telling me is, they were preparing for, some flooding and the high winds. And so communications got knocked out. So there was no way to let people know that this was coming.
They
So
had no warning.
So everyone's just hunkered down in their house thinking, we'll just ride out this storm.
Right.
And then the flood, the banks flood.
Right. Well, you have stories of people, they were like, they saw it happening and they were like, okay, this isn't good. This isn't good. But by the time they reacted, for some it was unfortunately too late.
Right.
They may have gotten out, but then this happened to them. I mean, there was just no way to predict it.
And we were talking earlier about the economic impact on these families, the town, the state.
Oh.
I mean, will it ever bounce back? I mean, how much has been lost here is inconceivable.
Well, that's one of the things we're personally doing is we're helping a family right now that because of the flood, they still have their home, but his two outside resources of income are either done or completely stalled for now.
Yeah.
So they have a home, they're doing okay,
Right.
but due to all of this, now you have
And
job loss.
And James, we were talking also, people right now that are living in these rural areas still on their own, sleeping in tents, no power, limited food supplies. If it isn't for the good citizens helping them, these people would be starving right now. Maybe some of them are, I don't know.
That's right.
But I mean, what's your perception of this?
It's a very rural area, and it's hard to get to these places. And so what happens is you got to fix the roads and the bridges,
Which could
before
take
you can get there.
years for some of these areas.
Absolutely,
Years,
absolutely.
yes.
Electricity, months.
In a lot of places, you've got to fix the first bridge to get to the next bridge to fix
Right.
it.
And if
So
you're 3 bridges up, you got to wait.
that's
Yes.
right. That's absolutely
you
right.
gotta wait for the mules to bring you your items.
And you were saying we're actually seeing mules out here, real mules,
Yes.
getting supplies to people.
North Carolina.
I mean, we're literally back to the
specifically.
1700s here
Yes.
in some parts.
Yes, you are.
Yeah.
Yes, you are. You're back to your local neighbors, your local community, and whoever can haul it up on
Yeah.
back of the mules. Yeah.
So,
Cajun Navy.
so if you think you're having a bad day, come down here.
Right.
You have no idea what a bad day is. I mean, you are so blessed if you're not in a situation like this. This is absolutely horrific what we're looking. We've been here just for an hour, and it is absolutely horrific, the devastation.
Well, I don't know if he mentioned this. So we're right here. We're not going any further, obviously. But
Yeah.
look at
the
it.
water. Yeah, this is the water line.
This is the water
This
line.
is debris.
Yeah.
This is how far up. I mean, we're really.
So that's about 300 yards to the water.
One of the things I wanted to point out, which makes this other problems that they have to deal with, you can see that green thing is probably the pumping system for their sewage, and it gets wiped out as well. So all of that goes into the river and goes down and gets left on the banks all the way down. And so you multiply that by the number of houses that this affected,
Yep.
and all of that goes
So
somewhere.
all the septic went right into the water, and the
Right.
erosion now too
Right.
in these areas. Probably going to be very difficult to put another house back here with this amount of erosion
I
now.
think so.
Wow,
I think
really,
so.
really unbelievable. Wow, it's powerful, really is.
And I don't know if you've mentioned this, but we talk about how everything's going up because of inflation. So you have insurance. So just think of the billions of dollars that this caused these insurance companies, and that's
Yeah.
going to raise our premiums.
Right, but
because
will it
of-
put insurance companies out of business?
Possibly. And
I mean,
then
this is
and then even the insurance companies have insurance, right?
Right.
And
So the
then-
cost of housing has literally doubled in these areas, and so now to replace these houses, and in some cases even more than that from when they were built, but yet the replacement cost of a house that maybe was $200,000 a few years ago is now $500,000, $600,000, $700,000.
How do you do it?
How do you do it?
You don't have a job.
Right.
You
What happens to the insurance
what
company?
What if you lost your loved one? You're
Yeah.
under massive distress.
Right.
Now you've lost. I mean, it's a domino.
How do the insurance companies absorb this? I mean,
Right.
this is, and then now we know that FEMA's out of money. If another storm hits somewhere, and we're talking, last couple of days with Cuba, no power, Category 5 coming with no power. So Yes.
You know, and another thing, if these people didn't update their policies to, you know, if the value of these properties, they could be only covered for 200,000.
Right.
Now their house is worth 400,000,
Right.
and they don't have the money to rebuild that house because they're only going to be covered for that
Right.
200,000.
Plus premiums have exploded.
Right.
So this house could be $50,000 plus just for the premium.
Right.
And
Right.
we know that most people in this country are paycheck to paycheck, 80%. How many people have, you know, $25,000, $40,000, $50,000 plus in the bank to go, okay, I'm going to pay my insurance premium?
Not most of these people.
Not most. Yeah.
Yeah.
Really sad.
Not this. This is a really nice established mini homestead on the river, which is great in itself. But what people need to understand is a lot of the people that lost their homes, be it a trailer, be it an RV they were living in, or they were just camping that weekend.
Yeah.
They didn't necessarily live here. They were at a campground. All kinds of different
And
scenarios.
I was watching other videos. There were areas, I don't know where, I think maybe North Carolina, could be here too. There was homeless people living along these rivers too that just got wiped out.
Mm-hmm.
We have no idea where they're at.
We're undocumented people.
The death toll is going to continue to climb.
Yes.
There's no way that it can't.
Yeah, no doubt. So we're following Patera and her husband James. We just crossed over into North Carolina, and we're going to see what's going on over there. We don't really know. They haven't been this far. So we're going to take a look and see if there's anything we can show you. Aaron, what do you think so far?
It's the devastation's been unreal, but from what, you know, Patera and James were saying, this is nothing. We hadn't even seen anything. So, like out here, we don't even have a cell signal. So who knows what these people are having to deal with? No power, water. I mean, who knows? So it's going to be interesting what we see.
Yeah, so a lot of these houses, there's a very good chance that a lot of these houses that were devastated, the insurance companies aren't even going to cover them. They're going to find excuses as to why the house cannot be insured, or if it is insured, it's probably underinsured. So right now would be a good time for everybody to make sure that they are properly insured in case of a certain devastation comes their area.
It's going to be really interesting to see how some of these insurance companies even survive. I mean, there's billions of dollars in damage out here.
Way up, it takes you into a place called Max Patch. It's a massive bald. So this is horrible. So this is a major touristy area,
Right.
a lot of private homes, obviously a lot of history here, but this is just, James and I would come and eat
Here,
at the
let's
Iron
walk over
Horse. We haven't been here. This is the first time I've been here because I didn't think we could get over
So
here.
you've seen it in the heyday.
Oh yeah, it's
Yeah.
great. It's a great historic town, super nice.
How old is the
people.
town?
Off the top of my head, I don't know. I know Marshall, which is up over, you go into Marshall, you know, you've got the university there. I had family that went there in turn of the century. So, I mean,
Yeah. It's got to be at least 100 years old.
this is unbelievable.
Wow.
This is not normal.
So-
This is not normal. So clearly they've had to, what you're finding 3 weeks later is the aftermath of them gutting all of these buildings and seeing, I guess, what they can salvage.
So it goes back to what we were saying earlier. People that own businesses, people who are employed by businesses, the tax base, all this is going to be drastically affected. Enrique, thoughts being in finance, these businesses now.
Yes.
This is gonna be a big problem. How do they produce money? The employees, they don't have a job. The
Yes.
tax base, all that.
Yes.
This is a big problem.
Yeah, and again, just as we reiterated earlier on the video, it's a good time when you get to see stuff like this to make sure that you are properly insured. If you have a very good insurance company, you can even add information on there for lost wages or situations like this that may happen during the time that this is currently being rebuilt. So obviously you do want to do that. Other than that, you do have to have a good amount of savings as well. Again, we reiterate again,
Oh, yeah.
to make
It's
sure
gonna-
you save. Your business has to save. Whenever your business is making money, you want to be able to have a savings account for your business. And the savings doesn't have to be in cash. It can also be in gold and can also be in silver. So
yeah, this would be a good time if you had
Yeah.
things like that to liquidate.
yeah.
But you see, looks like the restaurant here, the coffee shop, a lot of their supplies is right here. And this is like basically what's left. And a lot of it's, probably destroyed, but it's absolutely shocking. Beautiful old historic building here, huh?
Yeah, no,
I
it's
mean, we'd much
definitely
rather
a
be
shame.
walking and getting a coffee today than looking at it like this.
It's definitely a shame to see a business like this. It's most likely a mom and pop business.
Let's walk down here.